Hey, what's up guys? Shane here. So this fight tips video is for coaches and fighters looking to develop southpaw strategies. So whether you're a southpaw fighter yourself or you're training to fight against a southpaw, this mirror drill is great for understanding angles so that you can take control of the fight. Let's take a look at how it's done. Okay guys, so the trick to this drill here is to imagine that you're not actually looking at your reflection in the mirror. This is actually a hole in the wall, and there's someone on the other side that looks an awful lot like me, except he's in a switch stance. So I'm standing with my left hand in the lead, but my reflection is standing with the right hand in the lead. So my reflection is southpaw. I can now start to see the angles and what's open. So the first thing that we're going to do is just give him different looks. So I'm going to stand in maybe just an amateur boxing, perfect guard, fist up at cheek level with the elbows underneath the fist, and I can start to look, all right, what's open? What's the shots that I'm going to land? If I throw a jab right down the center, I'm probably going to hit their forearm, their glove. If I throw the right hand without creating any angle, same thing may happen. I may just hit their gloves. So now I start to see, oh, if I take a step out this way, that's how that punch goes right down the center, and I can hit him right on the chin. Oh, that's what they say when they want you to keep the foot on the outside and fight and control the hand on the outside. So now you can start to see the angles that actually work to set up the trajectory of my hand to follow straight down and not be obstructed by the gloves, by the shoulders, by the forearms, but to get right to the target, the chin, or the nose, or the body, whatever I'm aiming for, okay? So now I'm going to give different looks, different stances. So maybe my opponent's got the lead hand low, and I can see from here that if they throw that up jab, then I can parry and come right over top and hit them right on my target where I wanted to hit them. I can see what's open. The availability is right there, right? I'm not going to go with an overhand right because I can see that their left hand back there is up nice and high. So why would I punch them in the glove with this hand? I want to try to get down the center. I want to try to create angles on this side to the side that's open, okay? So whatever stance you give yourself, maybe if it's for more traditional Muay Thai, maybe you're training MMA, whatever opponent you're training to fight against, give that look and then start to study. Remember, imagine that that person in there, in the reflection, is your opponent. They just tend to look a lot like you, okay? Now from here, we're going to throw the basic punches 1 through 6. So I'm going to start off with a jab, and I want to focus not on me, but on my reflection, on the southpaw in the mirror. So when the southpaw throws a jab, I can start to see, all right, at what angle is that coming, and what's the best way for me to defend that? Normally when I slip against a jab, if I'm fighting against an orthodox fighter, I'm going to slip to my right because I want to get to the outside. But if I do that against a southpaw fighter, he does this, and I slip to the inside, I'm running towards his left straight. Boom. Okay? It could work, right? But it might be a lot safer for me to go to the outside. So when they throw the jab, oh, now I need to start tilting out to my left. And if I do that, and he's right here, what's open? What do I see that's available? I can come over top of the shoulder with a left hook, or maybe underneath and hit him on the chin with a left uppercut. Okay, so I'll practice that. Freeze frame, picture that in my mind, see that image, they throw that jab, I get to the outside, I land that uppercut. Or I get to the outside, I come over top with my left hook. Then I go to the next punch, it's a cross. So it's going to be my right straight, but the reflection is that straight left. It's the one that everyone is wary of when fighting a southpaw. So when they go here, now I want to slip to the outside. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my right. So maybe I'm going to wait for them to throw a couple jabs. I see them load up for that left straight. It's coming down the center. I get to the outside. But what did it look like? What's the final position? Because this is what I'm going to counter ultimately, right? So if they're here, again, it's the same thing. I see that chin is open. I may be able to come over top of the shoulder. So I'm going to go to the outside. If I can be quick and get over top, I'm going to get that overhand right. Or I'm going to go with that uppercut. Or maybe I'm going to punch at the same time. They throw their left straight. I'm going to throw my left straight. Boom. But I'm taking my head off of the center line. They're going to run right into my power jab. Then I would do the same thing for the hooks. Maybe I want to go underneath of the hooks. And the uppercuts, maybe I want to parry and counter the uppercut. So I can start to see now what's available if they throw a wide hook. Maybe I could time it and come down the center better. Boom. And catch them before they land it. Okay? And then another common strategy that southpaws use, Darren Till, Conor McGregor, is they lead with that right uppercut, long uppercut down the center because they're trying to set up that left straight. So they go here, boom. But what did Tyron Woodley do against Till? He waited for that lead to come, which was a little lazy. He hesitated before he threw the left straight, and Woodley pulled, and he beat him to the punch, by definition. Okay, so there's different strategies that you can practice just based on giving yourself different looks with your reflection. Now here's the most important part of this drill. After you're done creating that visualization, you have to step away from the mirror. A lot of beginners spend too much time in the mirror because they're trying to perfect their technique. but then it's not realistic to their training because you're not only going to be facing in one direction in the fight, you're going to be spinning, you're going to be turning, moving, pivoting, moving all 360 degrees. So in your shadowboxing, only spend a couple of seconds looking at the mirror to perfect your technique. After that, you really need to visualize your opponent in front of you. So remember the angles that you picked up on from the mirror drill and then incorporate that in to your actual shadowboxing. Because remember, with shadowboxing, you're not just standing in one spot and throwing 1,000 punches. You're visualizing your opponent in front of you. So if you're training to fight a southpaw, then visualize a southpaw. If you're a southpaw fighter yourself and you're training to fight an orthodox fighter, again, this drill is perfect for that. You get that open stance so you can find what angles, what strategies work for you. And one last tip is you can use a dry erase marker for a semi-permanent visual representation. You can draw the head, the gloves. So this way, when you start to move around, you remember where that person was, where the angles were. Okay, so give that a try as well. Until next time, be sure to subscribe to get the fight tips before your opponent does. I'm Shane with Fight Tips for the Underdogs.